hardly 2 months ago.
Okay. How do you like the How do you like the U.S. so far?
Yeah, I like it very much.
Okay.
It's a little overwhelming, like arranging everything. The first time you have to just arrange everything. So I'm busy with
Yeah.
all those things. So I
Okay.
like it.
Cool. Um, and where in the U.S. are you?
It's near to Philadelphia,
We would say it's close to, or it's
close to.
near.
Yeah, yeah,
So
close.
when we use near, we don't use a preposition after it. So it's near Philadelphia, is what you said?
Yeah, I said that.
Cool. Perfect. And Dawn, welcome to class. Dawn, how's it going?
Um, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Okay, good to hear. And Dawn, what have you been up to today? What have you done today?
Mm, Nothing special for today. I play some video game. I take some verbing class. I
Okay.
play a little bit with my cat. Usually.
Okay. What's your cat's name?
I have two cats, male and female.
Mm-hmm.
One is Chez and another Fida.
Okay. Nice.
Black and white.
Okay. Cool. And Carolina, welcome to class. Carolina, how's it going?
Hi, teacher. I'm doing well, and you?
Doing well, thanks for asking. What have you been up to today, Carolina?
Same as yesterday, teacher. Studying English, and in the morning I was working, so I'm no more.
Okay. Um, So I guess what did you learn today about English? Did you learn anything exciting?
Um, I was practicing my listening skills,
Okay.
so I was doing some exercise about IELTS listening preparation. So
Cool. Okay. Good. And Rafael, welcome to class. Rafael, how are you?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. And you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. What'd you do today, Rafael?
Just studied and trying to learn some new vocab.
Okay. So studying a new vocab. Cool. Learn any new words or any new exciting words?
Yes, I'm reading some books and some books of poems and uh, from ages, from quite interesting.
Okay. Nice. Poetry from the 80s.
Yeah.
Interesting. Um, all right. And Anna Christina, welcome to class. How's it going?
Thank you, teacher. I'm doing well, and you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Anna Christina, what have you been up to today?
Sorry.
What have you done today? What have you been up to?
Today, all day, I was studying English. Try to practice my pronunciation, my listening skills.
Nice.
Spending time with my nephews and my mother. Today is my today I didn't have to work.
Okay.
Was
Good. Cool. And Jose, welcome to class. How's it going, Jose?
Hello, Joshua. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. And you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. And Jose, what have you been up to today?
Yes, in the morning I was watching the TV a little. I was watching some news. After that, I was walking half an hour, and after I was walking, I had a lunch. And in the evening, I've been learning English.
Nice. Good. Really good answer. The only small thing, we don't say
Yes.
the TV. I was watching TV.
Okay, TV. without the article. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's everybody so far. So let's get started with today's class. We'll be talking about parenting. Santanu. And Santanu, how do you pronounce your name?
Um, it's yeah, Shantanu. S
Shantanu.
Yeah, just like Shantanu.
Okay, Shantanu. Shantanu, can you read the title and the next lines?
Yeah. Parenting. Today we will learn vocabulary and practice conjugating verbs, read comics about parenting, practice role plays, and talk about children and parents.
Nice. Okay, really well done.
Thank you.
Shantanu, can you ask Raphael the first question?
Tell a funny story about your childhood and when you were difficult, funny, and silly. Uh, so many things. Uh, well, I can remember one story. It's not about my childhood times. It's basically when I was in high school. And the story is, the in the evening time, we friends just get together and spend good time, hang out together. So I called one of my friends home that his surname was Ganesh. So but we didn't know that. We thought his name was Ganesh. It's a very popular name from India. So I just called him, and whosoever picked the phone, I told him, Ganesh, we are just waiting here. Come fast, and when you just heading towards to the park, you just bring a cigarette, a pack of cigarette. But the nobody replied, and just we got an answer. Okay, and someone just hang on the phone. Then after some time, Ganesh came and just started scrolling like, uh, why did you just ask to bring the cigarette over phone? What happened? He said that it was my dad, and Ganesh is our a surname. It's not my name. So he thought the phone was for him, and he knew that he just angry towards him that he came to know that his son is just starting smoking. So it was a quite funny but unfortunate story.
That is really
That's
funny.
that was I could only remember right now.
Okay. Okay. Good answer.
Thank you.
You could say he was angry to find out his son had started smoking.
Yeah.
So we probably use the past perfect or past perfect progressive there.
Means he already started and he just came to know that right now. So that's why
Uh-huh.
was
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, past perfect progressive. But okay, good answer. And Raphael, what about you? Do you have any funny stories about when you were a child?
Well, my childhood, I'm trying to remember. My fifth birthday, we went for a vacation and at the beach, and I didn't know well how to swim. I'm terrible. I was a terrible swimmer, and almost got drowned because my mom was holding me and she slipped away in the sand, and I got into the water. Uh, at first, At first, I started drowning myself, but I then realized that was too shallow. So all I had to do is to stand up. So at the end, it was a little fun, because when I realized it was shallow and everyone started laughing, and at the end, it had became a funny story.
Yeah, that's really funny. How old were you?
I'm 31.
No. How old were you? So you said, was it your
Oh,
first
5.
birthday?
No,
Oh, my
my
fifth.
5th birthday.
My
Yeah.
fifth birthday. Okay, that makes more sense. I was gonna say, it's pretty young. Okay. And Rafael, can you ask Jose the second question?
Jose, what kind of course do you or would you require a child or children to do?
When I was child, I like to take all the trash, or I I didn't like so much this kind of chores, but sometimes I had to clean the bathroom, or I had to buy to I had buying groceries. Sometimes I had mopping the floor, or I had watering the plants, something like that.
Okay. Okay, so this is good. So you're talking about your chores as a child. When I was a child, I past tense of like, Jose,
Yes. I liked
liked to take out
all
the trash.
take out
Yeah.
the trash. Yes.
And then I didn't like so much this kind of chores. If we're talking about chores plural, we'd say these kinds
Yes.
of
It's kind
chores.
of chores. Yes.
I'm not sure what you were talking about there, though. You had to mop the floors?
Yes.
Mop. Okay.
Mop the floors. What? Yes. Or water the plants. Yes.
Yeah. And then we could say I didn't like these kinds of chores. Where would we put so much? Where would we move that?
Okay.
We need to move it.
I
Jose, where
didn't
would
like. Yes. I didn't like. I didn't like to do this kind of chores.
Yeah, you could say I didn't like to do. You could say I didn't like these chores so much, or these kinds of
Okay.
chores so much.
Okay. I didn't like this kind
And
of chores so much.
yeah. Okay, but good answer. Javier, welcome to class. Javier, how's it going? Oh, there goes Javier. Andres, welcome to class. Andres, how are you? Okay. And Javier, welcome back. Javier, how's it going?
Hi, how are you? Good, thanks.
Okay, good. And all right, let's have, well, Javier, if you had children, or if you do have children, what kinds of chores do you or would you require your children to do?
What is chores?
Chore. Jose, what's a chore?
Or like duties, maybe?
Chores. Some things that you have to do at home.
Oh, they have to wash their dish after they eat.
Okay. Have to wash their dish. We would make that plural.
Okay, and dishes.
Yeah. Good. Dishes after they eat. Good. Okay. And so you do have children, Javier?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. If you're answering yes to that, you can say yes, I do, or you can say yes, have children. We
Okay.
cannot say, yes, I have. It sounds
Oh,
awkward. So you need something after it, or you can say, yes, I do. Makes sense?
okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. And, all right, I think we're good here. Let's have Dawn. Can you read through the words?
Yeah, sorry. Vocabulary. Puberty, milestone, step parents, quit dance, values, routines, permissive, authoritarian,
Really good.
authoritarian, siblings,
Nice. Okay. And let's start out with puberty. Can you repeat puberty?
puberty,
Yeah, puberty. And milestones.
milestones,
And guidance.
guidance,
And we've got a long U in values. Values.
values,
And routines.
routines,
And you did a really nice job with authoritarian. That was good. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Really good pronunciation, Don. Andrea, welcome to class. Andrea, how's it going? Or sorry, it's Andres. Andres, are you there? Okay. And Amira, Amira, welcome to class. How are you? Amira, can you hear me? Okay, maybe not. Okay, does anybody have any questions about any of these words?
What is milestone? Milestone.
Okay. Does anybody know what a milestone is?
may I?
Go ahead.
I think it's mini goal or a mini achievement, something like that. It's no, it's this is my opinion. For
For example?
Yesterday I get my milestone. I got my milestone.
Okay. We could say I hit my milestone.
Yeah, I think it's a property to hit.
Yeah, we hit milestones. Yeah, so in this case, it could be a mini goal or a mini achievement. It could be a major goal or a major achievement too.
Yep.
So a milestone could be taking your first steps, or saying your first word. At least when we're talking about children, those are common milestones. And yeah, so hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Does anybody have any other questions about any of these words? Oh. And Amira, welcome to class. Amira, how's it going? Okay, maybe not. And all right, so let's look at Don. Can you make a sentence with authoritarian?
The director has authority uh, for the school.
Okay. That's a really good sentence. We would use the verb to be instead of the verb to have here. How do we change that?
Being,
It's the present tense,
have been,
present tense of the verb to be. So who can tell me what the first person singular, present tense of to be is? Does anybody know?
Is.
I am.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. And you.
Are.
And he
Is.
is. So the director is either a he or a she. So we would say what word here, Don?
is,
The director is authoritarian. And instead of saying for, what preposition can we use? What preposition might work?
Maybe with?
Okay, with the score. Yeah, you could say with. I was thinking about the score, but with is perfect. It works really well. So you could use a couple different prepositions. Don, can you read that sentence one more time?
yes. The director is authoritarian with / about the score.
Yeah, good. And actually, we need to change this article to
And
is an authoritarian.
yeah.
Score. All right, and we actually probably wouldn't use an article. He is authoritarian about the score. But yeah, you can use the article. It just sounds better without it, in my opinion. Hopefully that makes sense. And if nobody has any other questions, yeah, sorry, Amira, we can't hear you either. Carolina, can you try the first sentence? So fill in the blank and conjugate the verb.
Okay. John reaches.
Reached?
In past, reach.
Mhm.
A new milestone.
Yeah. Good. Can you read the whole thing?
He just said his first word.
Good. Okay. Andres, what about the second sentence? Right. Andres hasn't been answering. Ana Cristina, can you try the next sentence?
His parents to try to teach him, but he bought to the bomb. But he's bad to the bomb. I guess that is values.
Sorry? Values?
Values.
Values.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry at all. Okay, and how do we conjugate to try?
His parents are trying.
Parents are trying to teach. Good. Okay, perfect. And yeah, really good pronunciation as well. Consuelo, welcome to class. Consuelo, how's it going?
Hello.
Hi, welcome to class.
Thank you.
Consuelo, I don't think I've seen you in class before. Where are you from?
Italy.
Okay, nice. Really good to meet you. All right, and Amira, are you there? I don't think so. And that helps. Okay, and so where are we? Shantanu. Shantanu, can you try the next sentence?
Yeah, that are good for children to do the something every day gives their lives structure. I think routines are good for children to do. The same thing every day gives their lives structure.
We do need to change the conjugation of this verb.
Okay. Routine. Two. Permissive.
We would use the gerund.
Okay. So then guidance.
The gerund of the verb to do.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't get that. There. Routines are good for the children.
Okay, so we have the infinitive, which is to do, and then the gerund. Does anybody know what the gerund of to do is?
Yes,
Doing.
doing.
Doing. Yeah, so gerunds end in ing. So,
Okay.
yeah, can you read that sentence?
Doing the same thing every day gives their life structure.
Okay, really well done. Okay. And Andres, how's it going?
Hello, how's it going? Can you hear
Okay,
me?
going. Doing well. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. And Andres, where are you from?
I'm from Colombia. I live in Bogota.
Okay, perfect. And yeah, like I said, good to meet you. Where are we? Rafael, can you try the next sentence?
Her parents are too authoritarian. They make her ask permission before doing anything.
Nice. Really good conjugation of to make. They make her ask permission before doing anything. Good. Good reading too, Rafael. Jose, what about the next one?
Okay. Having siblings can be fun. My sister and I always spend a lot of time playing together.
Really nice. Okay. Really good good pronunciation. What if it was when I was a child? How would we change this verb? Jose?
Spend the end is with T.
Yeah, good. Really good correction. And Amira, welcome to class. How's it going?
Hello.
Hey, perfect. You're working.
Yes.
Okay. And Amira, so welcome to class. And where are you from?
I'm from United Arab Emirates, from Dubai.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And like I said, nice to have you in class, and I'm glad your microphone is finally working. Does anybody have any questions about anything on this page? Okay. Let's skip the comics for now. Let's try a role play. And let's have Don. Can you read the title and the directions?
Sure. Role play. Act out this scene with your classmate.
Okay. And scene. Can you
Scene.
repeat scene?
Scene.
Good. And Dawn, if you are the mother, how would you start this conversation?
You need to go to school. Don't play on computer, I think.
Okay. You need to go to school. Don't play on... You need an article.
A computer. Sorry.
Hmm? Yeah. Don't play on the computer. Don't play on the computer. Yeah, and I think... Maybe anymore.
Yeah, I think
Or you could say so much.
so much.
Don't play on the computer so much. Okay. And Consuelo, how would you respond?
Oh, Mom, please, I went to school yesterday. I want to play with my computer. Today, maybe.
Yeah, good. You don't need today, but today works perfectly well. Really good answer. Carolina, how would you respond?
But, sweetie, you need to learn a lot of new things, and also you have to play with your friends. So, why you don't want to go to the school?
Why? Can you repeat that
To
last part?
do you want to go to the school? Why is negative? Why do you why I confused it now. Why do you want to the school?
To the school?
Yeah.
Today.
Is that what you said? Why do you want to the
To
school?
go to the school.
Oh. Okay. So the boy wants to go to school?
No.
How would we make this sentence negative?
Why don't you
Yeah.
want to?
Why don't you want to? And we need to remove an article.
Well, the school.
Yeah. So no the. Just why don't you want to go to school?
Okay.
Yeah. Can you read that sentence one more time?
Why do why don't you want to go to school?
Yeah. Why don't you want to go to school? And Andres, how would you respond?
Ah. Okay, so so I just wanted.
I'm sorry, Andres.
I just wanted to find something in my computer. I was browsing something about an assignment related to global warming.
Okay.
That's why I didn't go to the school. I'd rather to stay here doing my homework.
Okay. With This sentence, we need to remove an article.
To remove an article?
Uh-huh.
I didn't go to school.
Uh-huh. Good. I didn't go to school. I'd rather stay here doing my homework. And the pronunciation of browsing. Can you repeat browsing?
Browsing.
Browsing. Good.
Okay. I said wrong. I said
You
it
said,
wrong.
yeah, just the first time. I think you said browsing or something along those lines. I'm not really sure. I just remember
Browsing.
browsing. Yeah.
Browsing. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anna Christina, how would you respond?
I don't think so. I saw you playing and listening rock music.
Playing, did you say and?
And listening rock music. You
Okay.
need to be more responsible and respect to me and respect me. I am your mother.
Okay. Preposition. We need a preposition here.
And listening the rock music.
That's an article. We need a preposition.
Listening the rock music. Rock music, no.
So the is an article. We need a preposition.
To rock music.
Uh-huh. Good. Listening to rock music. And good. All right. Amira, how would you respond as the son?
Um, Mom, I want to time for playing on computer, not.
I didn't quite hear that. Can you repeat that?
I want a time to play video games. I can't study all the time.
Yeah. Nice. I want time to play video games. I can't study all the time. Really good grammar. Good pronunciation, too. Shantanu, how would you respond?
Yeah. Well, I have seen you listening rock music almost 4 hours continuously. So, where did you got the chance to work on computer?
Okay, so a couple things with prepositions. Preposition here.
Listening to
rock music. We need a preposition here.
About.
It's a
For.
different. Yes.
For.
Continuously. Instead of saying where, we'd ask a different question word.
So,
because a question word about time.
How did you got the chance?
Okay. Where did you and how did you both work? What's a question word about time?
When.
So, okay, when?
Yeah. When did you? Because did is in the past tense.
Get the chance.
Yeah. When did you get the chance to work on article?
The computer.
Nice. Okay, really good job. Jose, how would you respond?
You know, ma'am, you are an authoritarian person. I don't like to work under pressure. The last year, I accomplished my goals. I obtained a good marks at the school. This year, I'm working very well. Don't worry about the uh, about about do you about the things that you see. I think these kind of things are small things.
Nice. Okay. I don't know what you said at the beginning. You were an old what? Jose?
No, yes, you are an authoritarian mother. Sorry.
You're an authoritarian. You're an authoritarian.
Authoritarian mother.
You're an authoritarian mother. Good. Okay. Last year, I completed my goals. I obtained good marks at school. Maybe in the 1950s you could obtain good marks at school. We'd almost always say I got
good
grades.
marks.
Got good grades.
Good grades. Okay.
At school. Yeah, marks is really old-fashioned. It might be British English. We might say that in British English, but at least in American English we refer to those as grades.
Okay.
This year I'm working well.
I'm studying.
I'm studying well. It's good too.
Yeah.
I'm doing well. It's maybe a little bit more common. I'm doing well at school. Don't worry about the things that you see. I think these kinds of things are small things. Really good. Okay. And all right, Don, can you respond?
I can't say expression. Think such a drag job.
Sorry?
I can say any expression. For example, such a drag job.
I'm not sure the expression that you're saying. Sorry.
So I can't read.
Okay, so
I think it's very hard to be a mother when you need to talk with son or something like that.
Okay, so it's a hard thing to say. Yeah, I guess. I mean, you could end the conversation. You could be like, "Go to school now. I don't want to hear another word." Or,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could think of anything to say. You don't have to be a good mother. Yeah, just anything as long as it's grammatically correct. What's something you could say?
They go to your room, maybe. You are in trouble now.
Okay, yeah, go to your room now. You're in trouble. Okay, perfect. All right, and I think we're about good with this. Does anybody have any questions on this role play? Okay. And let's have Dawn. Can you ask Consuelo the first question?
Consuelo, what are some way that you have seen authors spoiling their children?
I don't know the meaning of spoil.
Okay. Who knows what spoil means?
Well,
Sorry?
are you answering? Are you answering? No, sorry. So the question is that what does spoil mean?
Yes. What does spoil mean?
Spoil is allow that the children uh, do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's when the parents allow their children uh, uh, acting up, and I don't know. I don't know how can explain. I don't know what a spoil is, but
Okay. Yeah. So to allow their children to do whatever the children want. Yeah, the children control their parents in some ways, but spoil, so we can like spoil fruit. It's kind of like to ruin. So the idea of spoiling children is ruining the personality of a child by allowing that child to do what he or she wants. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. And yeah, Consuelo, how'd you answer?
I work in a big mall, and sometimes like I see children in the middle of the hall standing and crying because they want something from their parents, and so sometimes parents just buy them to shut them up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is kind of spoiling.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, that's definitely a type of spoiling. Okay. Yeah, really, really well done. And Consuelo, can you ask Carolina the same question?
What are some ways that you have seen others spoil their children?
I don't have children, so but for my friends' experience, I can say that their children is spoils, that they can do anything that they want. For example, they wanna play every day, every all day in on the computer, but they have to do some chores like pick, picking their toys, so they spoil for do that kind of chores.
Okay, so they're spoiled because they do those kinds of chores?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they are spoiled because they do. Are you saying that the chores are too easy?
For them?
Yeah, I'm not sure why they are spoiled because they do those kinds of chores.
Because they don't like to picking up their toys. They only want that their moms do it. So
Yeah. Do they do it or do they not? Do they pick up the toys?
sometimes they do it, but they do it in a bad mood.
Uh-huh.
So they cry first. They cry a lot, and they do it.
Okay. Okay, so I don't have children, but my for my friend's experience is a little bit awkward. Maybe, but because my friends do,
Mm-hmm.
I can say that children, we'd say, are spoiled when they can do anything they want.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read that first sentence one more time?
I don't have children, but because my friends do, I can say that children are spoiled when they can do anything that they want.
Nice. Okay, good. And let's go on to another page. All right, let's read this first one. Andres, can you
Okay.
read the first quotation?
Okay. Children have never been very good at listening to their elders, or they have never failed to imitate them.
Good. Really nice job. What's this mean, do you think, Andres?
Um, um, so so the children never listen and what the parents or what their parents uh, or grandfather or grandmother or say to them. So I don't know. So for the children, um, so the children will never can learn or will never learn what might learn from the elders. I don't know. That's what I understand of the quotation.
Okay, you did a really good job with the first part. Children never listen to what their parents or grandparents say to them. Anna Christina, this next part, what do you think that means?
But they have never failed to imitate them.
What's it?
Children always want to be as their parents or mother. Is like a mirror for their
For them.
for them. Thank you.
Yeah. Children always want to be like their parents or mothers. Yeah. So their parents are like a mirror for them. Yeah. So altogether, there's this idea that children will never do what you tell them to do, but they'll always do what you yourself do. So even if you tell your children something, doing it is much more important. Okay. And Amira, can you read the next quotation?
Children must taught how to think, not how to think, not what to think.
What do you think that means?
Parents should teach their children how to be creative, not to tell them the idea or the project.
Yeah, instead of saying the project or the fact, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's really good. Maybe, Shantanu, do you think you could elaborate on that? Can you explain it more?
Sure. Um, parents should just concentrate on to teach the children how to approach or solve the problem, because they might not be always be with them all the time, and that's the way they could learn a very important lesson.
Hmm. Yeah. How to solve or approach problems instead of the step-by-step way of solving them. Yeah. So how to think, not what to think. Not to be rigid in your thinking and think only one thing, but think about how to solve problems, how to approach them. I think that was really good. We are unfortunately out of time. It was nice to meet so many of you in class. There's a lot of you this time. Everybody else is really good to see you guys again. And yeah, I've got another class in a few hours if you guys want to come to that, if you're still around.
Okay.
If not, hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.
See you, Joshua.
Bye bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
See you soon.
Thank
See
you.
you.